Okay, so I'm just making those date hazelnut cocoa truffles again, just so I can share the recipe with you today, measuring everything with my weighing scales this time. They go into my super battered Magimix. It's totally stained with turmeric and the side of it's all melted, but I use it so much. So I'm not going to push it quite as far as the butter. I just want it to be ground quite small, and then I'm going to add some fat and some cocoa. The fat that I'm using is coconut oil. It makes it dairy free, everyone can have it. It's also a healthy fat, as most fats are. Plus it means that using coconut oil you don't have to store it in the fridge after, which is nice and handy. You can use butter if that is your preferred. Butter works really well too. So that's going in there with the hazelnuts and also cocoa. I use this beautiful cocoa from Grenada, but you can buy it in the UK. It's 100% cocoa, gorgeous flavour, really healthy, lovely. So I'm just about to blitz this, but I just want to say that this, if I don't add the dates, is a gorgeous kind of healthy Nutella-like thing. All you would do is keep it going and going until it's the consistency you want. I would grind the hazelnuts into a paste first. So there we go, that's like a beautiful paste. I don't need to push it any further than that for the truffles, that's perfect. What I'm going to put at this stage too is some chia seed for energy, for their fabulous omega-3, for their texture, and also they mop up any excess liquid, which is a nice feature for this because it gets a bit squidgy, which is nice too, but I like them a bit firmer if you're going to be taking them around. The last ingredient is dates, whatever dates you like really. My jewel dates are beautiful and squidgy and gorgeous. These are dairy dates, they're a little bit cheaper. And you just make sure that the stones are removed, or removed if they're not. These stones were gone, I wasn't expecting that, but that's nice. And so in with the dates, and I'm just going to put that on and blitz that down. Now, this tastes pretty amazing. I know it probably just looks like a pile of poop, but I can't help but think that I do. Maple syrup in here would be amazing. It would really enhance the flavour. And I wonder if it'll throw the liquid off balance, but I'm going to try it. I think it'll be great. So the maple syrup I bought on this farm in Nova Scotia back in September. Sugar Moon Farm. Gorgeous place. And this is really beautiful maple syrup. And so let's start with a tablespoon. Oops, got it all over the... That'll come off anyway. And then we taste it. Maple syrup I think is the amber one. Anyway, it's got an amazingly rich flavour. It's a quality that we just can't really get here without seeking high and low. So just scraping down the sides here so I can get a proper appreciation for how the maple syrup is. Well, I decided that needed a second tablespoon. If you're a fan of maple syrup, my next book with bacon and maple syrup all over it, you're going to love. Right, that's lovely now. So with the maple syrup, you can't actually really taste that and go, oh, that's maple syrup. But it definitely adds a layer to the flavour or brings it together. So this is a lot more wet, but what I've done is added chia seeds to soak that up a little bit, an extra tablespoon. So again, I'm recipe testing, I thought it was finished. Another point to note is with all the action in the Magimix, the coconut oil will have turned to liquid as well. So I'm going to let this chill in the fridge and I'll check in it in about half an hour. And actually, having just tasted that, that is coconut oil. So I'll need to mix it in, and it's going to harden pretty quickly. So what I'll need to do is just make sure that's well integrated. So I just covered that with cling film, put it in the fridge. And if you're not familiar with coconut oil, I mean, they use it all over Asia and in the Caribbean, and it's always liquid there because it has such a low melting point.